Welcome back to the channel. This is Johnny B with the RC Cave. I think we're going to start the TRX Project Treal project. I think Mike's probably been wanting to see this video. So anyway, we've got our pile of parts on our truck. I think we're going to start taking a pick at it. Let's get this mess cleaned up, get this truck on a stand, start pulling it apart. Well, now that we got things cleaned up and the truck's on a stand, we're going to go ahead and get these wheels off. And get a look at what we got to do to start building this truck up. Nice bead locks that he's got here. I think he got them from Hobby Soul. 1.9 Mudslinger X's. They're a real nice tire. Really good for a trail truck. I use them on my crawler too on the Fusion. They work pretty good. So anyway, get this baby spun around. So Treal makes a lot of nice aftermarket parts upgrades for this truck. Like I said, we picked up a few. All weighted. Brass. It's going to have a lot of bottom end weight. This high trail is a little heavy on top. So we're going to make her heavy on the bottom. Wheels are off. We're going to set these over on the other bench. Give us some more room here before we start tackling this truck. So anyway, everything you see here is completely stock. The only thing that's been changed on here is the push bar and the rear hitch with D-ring in the back, and it has a hard tonneau cover that was put on. Other than that, this whole entire truck is completely bone stock. We're about to change that. Well, let's get moving. So I think we're going to start from the bottom side. We're going to do the lighting kits and all that stuff last. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pop this receiver antenna tube out so we don't bend it all up. Tools. Not the one I was looking for. Put the set screw back in. So we got the antenna tube down. We're going to flip her over on its top. We're going to start disassembling. I think we're going to start with dropping these axles out of this. We'll get them out. Get the new ones in. I'm missing one. What? Oh, there it ain't. Pop these shocks out and get a magnetic tray. Ding ding. Got these little trays. They work perfect. Amazon. Sorry. Also, HeckFab. They make their own magnetic trays. They come in real handy. There's 4 different spots. Separate your parts. I use them continuously. They work great. This hobby, you need them. So, like I said, we're going to start with getting these axles out and these 4 links out. Shouldn't be too much of a pain in the rump. Like I said, this truck's gonna definitely be beefy in weight now. Like I said, we're gonna do one end at a time. We'll get the front done. And we'll take a jump right to the rear. Truck's gonna be pretty snazzy. So we got new drive shafts, new axles, new portals. We got a whole shebang of stuff. It's a different size. Not that size. Pop this grub screw out for the drive shaft. Like I said, we're just transferring all these internals into the new housings. I see one thing I'm going to have to do though. I'm going to have to disconnect that differential lock cable from the top side. Probably should have did that first. But, oh well, we'll get to it. So we had a spur of the moment little crawl Sunday afternoon. A couple of the guys gave me a buzz and asked me what I was doing, see if I wanted to run the trucks. So we ended up taking the trucks out and for a few hours and ripped them around the course. Had a good old time. Now I'm going to leave this panhard bar still connected so when I flip it over everything doesn't fall out. So like I said, we got to disconnect the linkage cable for the front differential. Just pop that out just like that. We'll screw that back in. Flip her back on her roof. We'll get this axle out of here. Well, there's one down. Well, we're right here on the bottom. I'm going to take the 4 screws out of the steering servo because we're going to change that out also, as I announced. Probably should be using my cordless driver here. Save me on the carpal tunnel a little bit. Thanks, Justin Dooley, my Mac Tools rep. Got this fancy dancy DeWalt electric screwdriver. Saves on the old wrist twisting. Pop this right out of there. All we got to do is take the receiver box out of that and slap that together. Might as well take the rest of the front drive shaft out. Oop. Well, there we go. We got the front drive shaft out of there. We're going to put these little grub screws right back in the shaft so we don't lose them. One. There we go. It didn't go far. Alright, so now that we got that all apart, we're going to set the rest of the chassis over on the other side, and we're going to start taking this differential apart. Take the hexes off. Slide the hex pins right back in so we don't lose them. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, so I guess what we're going to do first is we're going to get the axles over here, figure out what stuff is for the front and what's for the back. Okay, we got our front axle. Front portal drive header housings. There's our outer covers. All right, so we're going to start by taking off the left front portal drive. Part, don't forget you got shims in here, steel shims, you don't want to lose them. They're hard to find on the floor. Now, this truck's fairly new, it's only got a couple runs on it, so I'm pretty sure all the bearings and bushings and the gears and everything are still nice and clean inside. It's only got a couple runs on it. Actually, I lied. I started on the right front. That's alright. Now we're going to have to take this center link off. Not 100% sure if that if we're going to be reusing these or if that package came with steering linkage with the weighted 3 and 4 link. I guess we're going to find out. Well, so anyway, we're going to take apart this right front. We'll slip this back in here. So the outer cover's got a couple different screws in it. It's got 2 on the front that face the inside of the wheel, and then the rest are on the rear, facing the axle. So anyway, we're getting the front portals put together. Remember to use your Loctite. Little dab will do ya. These are the little set screws that hold the bearings in the back of it that run down to the portal drives. Well, I like how they give you all new bolts. It's pretty nifty. All new bolts, screws. And put all the old screws right back in the old parts. This way everything's together. Look at that. Yeah, it was pretty nice of my buddy Birchie to drop off all this stuff here for me and give me something to do for the channel. Appreciate it, bud. It's getting down to the colder months and it's not going to be too many people playing with RCs. Well, like I said, it's alright. Where'd that other little one go? There it is. Little dab will do ya. Well, that's all done. We gotta switch over a bearing. Where'd you go? There it is. Switch this bearing over. Perfect. Get the old trusty marine grease from Pro Boat. Give her a couple squirts. I don't like using the cordless screwdriver on this stuff. Try to put it together all by hand. would have some music playing, but one of my last videos, I don't know, a video or two ago, I didn't realize it, but I had my radio playing in the background, and it was some kind of copyright thing that showed up on my video. So, I don't know. Just playing some modern day country music in the background, and somehow it got flagged or something. Guess I wasn't supposed to do that. Well, there we go. We got one portal all set, and she's quite heavy. Got one together. Switch this over to the handy dandy electric driver. Run these bolts out. Don't lose them shims. They'll fall right out and you won't even see them. Only speaking from experience. See that? Pop right out of there. You don't even see it. There's the other one. There's center link. Getting down to almost nothing. Get these bad boys apart. Now this is the left side. I said it was the other side was the left side, but I was wrong. It was the right side. We're going to get this left side together. And we'll tackle the center differential. Get everything all set up and greased, everything in that new diff case. Pop that out. Comes out nice and clean. Like I said, this truck has barely any runtime on it, so there shouldn't be any problems with anything. Take that out. Well, if we only get to the one video tonight with this front axle, I'll be happy. We got plenty more time to finish the rest of them. I thought about using this as a winter project, but I'm curious to see how much weight's going to be put on the bottom end of this truck, because like I said, this truck is very top heavy. It wants to roll over all the time. So hopefully not anymore. Pop these bearings out. Ooh, another screw. Try it again, maybe I didn't have it straight. There we go. Bam! Bam! Love it when a plan comes together. Plop that bad boy in there. Ugh. Bam! Looks like I knew what I was doing. Like I said, we're going to put all these old screws, bolts back in. This way we can give this guy his parts back. He's got everything just in case. That one's all back together. Oh, except for the 3 little bolts on the back. But let's throw this one back together. This way we don't have too many bolts kicking here on the bench and get things mixed up with the new ones. If I didn't have to work in the AM, I'd stay up all night doing this. But work calls. Yeah, we gotta put those 3 little grub screws in. Not grub screws, they're the little screws that hold the back of the axle bearing in. So like I was saying, we had a few guys over this past Sunday and we ran the course and had some fun. Jerry inquired a new crawler. He brought that out first run on it, and did excellent. He looks like a pro now. Brian came out and he ran around with us and with his truck that Birchie didn't get the body done. That's alright. It'll be done and done right. So we'll get this in here. Slide that bearing in. 3 more little grub screws. Well, not grub screws, but you know what I mean. I'm hoping these videos, you guys are enjoying them, and maybe if you have questions or something that's in the back of your mind on when you're repairing your TRX or your Axial or your Red Cat or whatever you're doing, I hope that maybe some of my videos here, some of the videos that I put on here, have some content that might be useful for some of you guys that may be stumped a little bit. I know how that is. Let's get some grease in here. A couple good squirts. Man, these fit together like a glove. Perfect. Put that one in. Oop. Forgot to do a dabadooya. Sometimes it's easier to just put a little tiny dab inside the hole, and you can just shove all the screws in it and get them all tightened up all at once. Got another crawler event coming up out at the pit. October 26th. We're going to hit the pit up again. I think it's called Coffee and Crawl. Go out, run the trucks, have a good time. See if I can get my name out there a little bit more. Do some advertising for my local hobby shop. One hand washes the other. He helps me out, I help him out. It's the way the world should work. Unfortunately, not everybody sees it that way. Alright, so we got both portal axles done and put together as I knock everything off the bottom shelf. Both portal axles together, all greased, all the bolts are Loctited in. Clean all my fingerprints off them the best I can here. So we got the left axle in, right axle's done. And we're going to set these bolts over here. Let's see what we got going on here. Grab the old trusty electric driver. We're going to start pulling this baby apart. Plastic diff cover off. Take this panhard bar off of here. Set that aside. Put it up here by our center link. Let's see. We gotta pop this old Jesus clip off so we can get this cable out. Make sure we don't lose that baby. Take the locking cable out of here. Now, pop these gears out of here. Keep it on one assembly. Well, let's open this up and see what we got going on in here. All the bolts. Nice and clean looking. These Treal axles are really, really nice. Look how nice this diff cover is. Oh. A little grease on her. Beauteous. Put that pinion gear in there. Put the outer bearing back on. Give her a couple pumps of grease. Uh-oh, I think we're getting low. There we go. Beautiful. I'm going to put this cable back in. No. Put a couple more little dabs of grease in here. Make sure everything stays lubed up. And put our cover back on. Getting closer. Alright, let's get this threaded on here so we don't lose it. Well, we got the center diff all put together. All the gears are in. Locker cable. Everything's all set there. We got to get the front cup spindle carriers. Been doing this for a long time. I've always loved it. Gives me a clear peace of mind. Get to relax. So there you have it, guys. All Treal. Brass weighted housings. She's got some weight to her. Well, we got one axle done. That's part one to the build on the TRX Treal monstrosity. Well, like I said in the past, every video, if you like what I'm doing here, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, like, comment, whatever you got to do. Part 2, we're going to get the other axle together. Probably start on the 4-link and 3-link. And we'll get the axles back underneath it. I'm going to see you in the next video. About to sign off. Peace.